I came across these words on a video where a woman said, if a man is into a woman, he will give up his mother, his father, his brother, his sister, his next door neighbor for that woman. And women, know your worth. If a man is into you, no other woman is entering his mind or his pants. End of story. This is a very concise message and very powerful. I mean, it drives the point that once a man decides that he loves a woman, no other single woman can replace this woman he is in love with. No matter how hot that other woman is, no matter how rich, how beautiful, how sexually appealing that woman, the other women are, he will have no eyes, no ears for the other women because he is locked into the spirit, the soul, the mind, the body of this woman he loves. Such is the strength of the love of a man. A lot of women don't believe this, especially once they've gone through destructive relationships or narcissistic relationships. Yes, true. There are men who are not like this, who are very destructive, who do not prioritize you. But in that instance, that indicates that he is not into you. He is not in love with you. Because if he was, you would be the beginning and the end. That's it. There's no two questions about it. He would not even dream of cheating on you because he loves you so much that he knows that if he cheats and you find out, that is the end. He knows that. Every single man knows that. And even knowing that, if he still goes ahead, that means he's willing to take the risk of losing you. Such a man is not in love with you. You need to drive that point into your head. Such a man is not in love with you. When a man is not in love with you, he will not stay faithful to you. Period. That's it. There's nothing more to be said afterwards. You need to understand that, you need to accept it, and you need to implement it in your life. The problem with women is that they try to protect their own feeling. It is your feeling towards him that you're trying to protect. It is not, you're not craving for his attention, but you're trying to protect your feeling towards him. Yes, everybody has that feeling. Every single woman goes through that. But you need to prioritize yourself. You need to, okay, let's take the word priority out of it. You need to respect yourself. You need to honor yourself. You need to love yourself so much so that you will not allow a man to downgrade you, to downsize you, to disrespect you, to show you less love than you deserve. Remember, it's always a two-way street. I mean, all relationships are a two-way street. But you need to understand that if this person is not giving his 100% in terms of loyalty, honesty, and commitment, why are you with this person? It's going to hurt. This whole accepting of what I'm saying is going to hurt. It's going to drill a deep wound in your soul, in your mind, in your body. Accepting this, which every single person goes through. It's not just you, right? But once you've accepted it, you have to be willing to let it go and accept the fact that letting go involves a lot of pain, right? A ton load of pain. But tell yourself that you're willing to go through that pain, because once you're done with that emotion, once you're done with that process of getting over this person, you're going to find somebody amazing. That should be the motivating factor for you, that you're going to find somebody more amazing who's going to be very lovable, caring, and committed to you, as opposed to this man you're stuck with, who is not giving his maximum towards you, who doesn't love you, who doesn't give two hoots about how you feel, who doesn't give two hoots whether you're hurt by his actions or not. Why are you putting yourself in that position? Take yourself out of that position. You're scared of that hurt you're going to feel in the process of taking yourself out of that situation. Don't be afraid of getting hurt. And another factor is for women who are culturally bound, especially in cultural countries, they're worried about what people will think, especially if they're stuck in a destructive marriage. What will people think about if they go through a divorce, if they rattle the ship? What will people tell them? You don't have to worry about societal feedback on this issue because you are experiencing this. Everybody else can tell you, but you are experiencing this firsthand. And it has nothing got to do with society. You have put yourself in it, a certain aspect of yourself, and yet another aspect is part of him, right? Both are to blame in this situation, not just you, not just him. Once you take responsibility for yourself, accountability for your actions, you need to get out. Forget what people are going to talk. Prioritize your happiness, your comfort, your blissfulness. Once you do, make yourself ready to go through that painful process of extracting yourself from that situation, from removing yourself from that situation. It's going to break you, but it will make you as well. That's the best part of it all. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you happier. It's going to make you much joyful. And you're going to meet amazing people who will love you, who will care for you. I'm saying people because do not restrict yourself to say, okay, the next person I meet is going to be the ideal man. No, not necessarily. You might meet about 5 or 6 people who care for you, but you need to identify the person you can spend the rest of your life with. Right? It has to be a long-term process. It has to be a long-term goal, as opposed to a short-term relationship. And keep yourself open to adventures. Right? The moment you put yourself, it's a general tendency by women to put themselves in a situation and invest their entire emotional self in it. Right? Which is why it's difficult for them to get out of it. To think, oh my God, what will the next door neighbor think? What will my friends think? What will my parents think? They'll be devastated. Yes, but who is getting affected more staying in this relationship? Who is experiencing first-hand hurt, first-hand abuse, first-hand betrayal? It's you. Nobody else but you. So only you can take yourself out of it. People can guide you. People can tell you what to do. You need to do it. I'm talking of good advice, right? People can tell you how to get out of it. You need to do the work. You need to get out of it. And you need to be optimistic. It's tough. It's not easy. I'm not going to say it's a cakewalk, but it's possible. That is a ray of hope. It's very possible. And when you're in that place, it's difficult to envision a better place. But do it. Just shut your ego off. Talk to yourself and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get through this. And tell yourself, yes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Other people have done it, so can I. This will get you out of it. 100%. Not 1,000% guaranteed. It will get you out of it. You will, once you're out of it, you will have the ability to experience life in a much better way. Filled with love, because you begin to respect yourself. Then you'll have a partner who respects you. Because this person knows that this woman respects herself. This woman values herself. So I need to do the same. If I do not do that, this woman is not going to be in my life. So that shifts his thinking, and he says he ups his game. He becomes a better person. And if this man does not put the effort, why are you with him? You need to ask yourself that. If this guy is not putting the effort, is not being loyal, who's not being honest, why are you with him? So you need to evaluate that on your own. Nobody can do this for you. Nobody can do this for you. It's totally in your hands. Like I said, this quote sums up everything. Once women know their worth, they will not settle for men who do not bring their best into the relationship. And it's a 100% guaranteed thing that a man who really, really loves you, admires you, who wants you to be a part of his life, will not let go of you due to any circumstance or any reason. He will hold on to you. And do you realize that, there's this, the well talked about trait that it is a biological trait of man, where he tends to own things. He has his territory. He feels manly when he owns his own house. He's, I don't know how to explain it. Man is very territorial, so he likes owning things, and he likes owning women, or rather a woman. And this is often perceived as a negative, saying that, oh, how can you say that man owns a woman because it makes her an object? It's like objectifying a woman. But what do you think this way, right? In terms of loyalty and honesty, if he owns you, right? Take this gradually. Don't jump and say, don't switch on your ego now. If he owns you, he will protect you with all his life. Owns you and loves you and respects you, right? If you are his, he will not want to lose you. He will do anything and everything in his power to keep you happy, so that he will not lose you, because you are his and nobody else's. And he wouldn't dream of a day without you in your life. That's how deep the love of a man is. So why would you want to stay in a relationship with a man who does not prioritize you, who does not respect you, value, love you, and care for you the way you should be? It's your choice. End of the day, it's your choice. So evaluate where you are. If you want help, you need to talk to people who would provide you good advice on it, how to get out of it, what to do, and how to cope with the process. It's possible. Like I said, it's not a Herculean task. It's possible, but it's painful. But once you get through it, it's going to be blissful. I guarantee you that. You need to work on yourself. It's a lot of effort, and it takes time. You can't rush things. You will want to rush things. You will want to get out ASAP, but it's not easy as said. But you need to love yourself. You need to show compassion towards yourself. You need to accept that it's a slow process, that you're going to hit road bumps, but you're going to get through it. You're going to have people around you to support you through this process, and tell yourself that at the end of the tunnel, there's always a light shining for you, and your life is going to get better. That ray of hope should get you through this. And like I said, you don't have to do it alone. You can have friends, family who understand your situation, who would go through this journey with you. And also you can seek professional help, people who've been through this, and take it slow. Take it at your own pace. There's no rush. but make sure that you actually get over this, get over a traumatic experience. And once you get over it, don't look back at it. I mean, the one true test of whether you've actually got over a toxic relationship is when you can speak of it without any emotional feeling towards it. You just look at it at a distance and say, okay, that was an experience and I've learned from it, and that does not affect me anymore because I've learned my lessons, and I'm good to go into the future. So, like, keep reminding yourself that you deserve the man who loves you, who cherishes you, and do not for a second let somebody downsize you. Not even a second. Because this life is too short, and you need to fill it with love. You need to fill it with people who really love and care for you. Because it's your life, end of the day. It's your life. Toodles.